Now that we're a little bit more familiar with Inkscape's interface and how to move around, let's look at objects. So everything in Inkscape is an object. This rectangle, this ellipse, this spiral, this polygon, and so on. Even if you import an image, it's going to be an object. The first thing you can do with object is moving them around. You can also resize them or reshape them, setting them a specific width and height. You can also rotate them or use axes of symmetry. You might already have noticed that some objects are on top of each other. To reorder them, you use the menu right here. I can lower the image, or I can bring it back on top, put it on the bottom. Next would be the object's color. So most objects will have two options for color, the fill and the stroke. The fill is what's contained within the object, in this case red, and the stroke is the line surrounding the object, in this case green. A useful tab to have open is the Fill and Stroke tab under the Objects menu. By selecting an object, you have access to its fill. You can change it to whatever color you want. And its stroke. Same thing. You can have access to different color space. To do this, I usually like to use the wheel. In addition, you can change the stroke style. You can make it much bigger or smaller. You can even remove it. Same with the fill. And there are many more options, which I will let you discover in time. Objects can also be aligned. To do this, you should use the Alignment tab located within the Objects menu, Align and Distribute. Once the tab is open, here you go, you can use it to align a selection of objects. For instance, you can center them vertically and then horizontally. Distribute them, and so on and so forth. As usual, there are little pictographs that can help you figure out what each option does. The last thing you should know is that you can group objects together to make them unable to move without the other. For instance, what I mean is, if I group these three together, Ctrl G, they are now one single group or entity. If I reshape or resize the entity, they all reshape and resize accordingly. The same also happens if I use symmetries, such as the horizontal flip and vertical flip. So that's about it for the basics of objects. I'll see you later.